turn them on. Evidently, there was a certain technique I remember that you needed to use to um, bring the music out. In other words, now if you waited until it was time to play the song, and you just dropped the needle at that point, and it was called wowing in, and people in broadcasting hated it. It meant that the disc jockey was not prepared, had not properly prepared the records. You had to take the records and you had to like start them like a split second before you put it on the air. Otherwise, if you waited till to drop the needle as you were putting it on the air, as you didn't prepare the record properly, get it started a split second before broadcasting it, it would have the effect of going into the music.
Interesting.
It was called wowing in. And like I said, people in broadcast, when they would listen to the radio and somebody would wow and they go, "Oh God, he didn't do that right. She didn't do that right. They didn't prepare the record in time." And you had two turntables there. So sometimes you might have songs back to back. So while you had one song going, you had another turntable with another record, and you had to prepare it, have it started a split second before you switched to the next song. It was like a whole thing.
Did you ever want to work in radio?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I kind of wanted, I was thinking about being a broadcaster. I kind of played around with that idea. When I was a teenager, I really wanted to have a ham radio set.
Yes. Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, right. And I actually got the booklet and I studied for the test. It was called a Class 3 license that you had to have a ham radio set. In fact, even to broadcast, I don't know what it's like now, but even to just broadcast, even to just work in a radio station to broadcast, you had to at least have this Class 3 radio license. And you had to you studied a booklet that went over the basic rules of broadcasting. Like you couldn't have dead time. You have to, if you have more than 2 minutes of dead time, you can be fined by the FCC. So if something goes wrong where you can't broadcast, you have to either shut down your equipment, stop broadcasting entirely, or you had to put a promo on there, or you had to put something on there to go on the air. You had to put something on the air. You couldn't just have what's called dead air or dead time.